Then her 3 associates went to trial. One was found guilty of murder, the second of manslaughter, and the third was acquitted. Tonight we'll talk to the people who knew Tracy Wigington best, and to the family of Edward Baldock. Tracy Waugh was the defendant who was acquitted. This was what she told police about her friend Wigington.
Tracy would do whatever she had to do, and I didn't think she'd do it.
What do you mean by do whatever she had to do?
Well, just feed, I guess. Just feed.
Well, what do you mean by feed there?
Drink blood.
Tracy couldn't do anything like that. She couldn't even stand the sight of her own blood, let alone somebody else's.
Tracy Wigington's mother, Rhonda.
I don't believe she drank somebody's blood. Never.
So Rhonda can't accept that her daughter is a vampire. Nor can Wigington's sister,
Never.
Darrell.
Never. Tracy can't stand the sight of blood. She couldn't kill a chook at my place one day that was sick.
So you don't believe she's ever drunk blood?
I'd have to see it to believe it.
This was the victim, Eddie Baldock. His wife and family will always mourn their loss. There's not much you can say when you lose a father, is there?
Something you don't think about is just there.
He was always there when you needed him.
Yeah.
Your 25th anniversary was only 4 days
Beforehand.
before he died.
Made a bit of a joke of it. I brought a fork, knife and spoon home from work, wrapped up in a hospital serviette and gave it to him for his silver wedding anniversary.
Eddie Baldock was drunk when he stumbled out of his favourite club, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. What he didn't know was, at the same time, 4 girls were cruising, looking for someone just like him. Those girls were Wigington, Tracy Waugh, Lisa Paczynski and Kim Jarvis. Eddie Baldock's body was found on the banks of the Brisbane River in the early hours of October 21st, 1989. Later, that same day, clues at the murder scene led police straight to Wigington.
Who were the people with you at this time?
Okay, there was Tracy and Kim.
Homicide detectives took Wigington back to where Eddie Baldock was killed.
This is where the deceased was located this morning. Did you or any persons with you go anywhere near that area?
At first, she lied,
I can't remember exactly, but Kimmy and I were sort of racing all around this area here.
saying she and her friends merely discovered a body. But a few hours later, Wigington confessed.
Where did you stab him first?
Back of the neck here.
How hard?
Hard enough to drive the knife up to the hilt.
How long was the blade? What's that, about 4 inches?
I then withdrew the knife and I stabbed him in the side of the neck, and I stabbed him on the other side of the neck, and I continuously stabbed him. He was making a gargling sound. I knew that blood was coming out of his mouth. I then sat down in front of the tilted doors and I watched him die.
She's ours, we love her. No matter what she's done, I can't condone what she's done, nor do I understand what she's done. And I'll most probably go to my grave asking why. But she's Tracy, and I love her very much.
And she's your daughter?
She's my daughter.
As a young girl, Tracy Wigington's life was normal until she moved in with her grandparents.
My mother, Avril, was a manipulative, very angry woman.
And she hated men, didn't she?
And she hated men. To us, a man was a dirty thing. She was very Victorian in her outlook.
And a lot of this rubbed off on Tracy, obviously.
It rubbed off on all of us, especially Tracy.
Psychiatric reports even revealed Wigington had been mentally and physically abused by her grandparents. She developed 4 separate personalities. innocent little girl, adult Tracy, angry, homicidal Bobby, and an observer who watched over the other three. And Wigington's sister, Darrell, believes it was the Bobby character who murdered Eddie Baldock.
Whoever has done this is not the Tracy that we know. I do believe there's another Tracy in there, maybe 4, as they say.
4 split personalities.
Well, we did know that when she lived in Cairns, that she used to go under the name of Bobby, and the psychiatrist tells us that this is the bad part of Tracy. This is the evil that's come out and caused the problem.
I said, I've never seen the dark side of Tracy.
Do you believe there is a dark side, though? After all this?
Well, there must be. There has to be something for her to do what she did.
Wigington's friends say she was obsessed with human blood, that she needed to drink it to survive.
I knew she was going to kill me, but I couldn't stop her.
Lisa Paczynski at her police interview.
Why?
Because of her craving for blood. She said that it's like, have you ever seen a shark frenzy, feeding frenzy? And I said, yes. She said, that's what it's like.
Lisa Paczynski gave evidence saying that Tracy rarely ate solid food, preferring to drink blood.
To me, that's a load of rubbish. Tracy, you can see by my size, Tracy's like me, she loves food. So I can't understand that. I can't understand that. I can't understand the bit about not going out during the day. I can't understand the bit about not looking in mirrors. That's just a load of rubbish. Tracy was a normal person. I was with her the week before this happened. We went out for dinner. And she ate the biggest feed I've ever seen.
But in her police interview, Tracy Waugh recalled the moments immediately after Wigington murdered Eddie Baldock.
Do you know if she obtained any blood on the Friday, Saturday night on this occasion?
What, Friday and Saturday night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
I could smell it.
Smell it? Where did you smell it?
On my breath. Every time I think of him, it's not... It's how he died.
Under the circumstances, he did die. Eddie Baldock's family can never come to terms with the horror of the crime.
I just can't understand how they could do a thing like it. I just can't believe that women could do it, especially women. Not women, the animals. I don't think even an animal would do it.
Having to face the fact that Tracy's done this is hard to take, and also we feel for the family.
The Baldocks. Losing their father, 5 children.
I know how I'd feel if it was my husband.
Have you spoken to them or contacted them all?
No, I thought about it, but I thought no, because I don't feel that they'd want to talk to us.
Are you ashamed?
Yeah.
Tracy Wigington is now serving a life sentence. The day before our interview, her sister received this letter from Boggo Road Jail.
I miss you, Dewey, and love you very much. I am sorry for the trouble I've caused. Let's face it, you're always looking out for me, and I've blown it. I can't change what's happened, but I can help what goes on from now. The girls here have affectionately named me Drac, and I think the bastard's going to stick. And on the bottom she has PS, only 725 weeks until I'm home.
But 725 weeks is only 14 years.
Yeah.
14 years. Is that life?
No, it's not life, is it?
As for the other 3 women, Tracy Waugh was found not guilty and set free. Kim Jarvis was sentenced to 18 years. Lisa Paczynski got life.
I was hoping the judge would have said life, never to be released, but he didn't. He just said life.
I'd like them to rot in jail. Give them life in jail. Not 20 years. That's not life. Let them get old and decrepit in jail. That's what I think.
You want to see them die in jail?
That's right.
The irony is that with his death, Eddie Baldock's lifelong dream came true, thanks to his superannuation.
We've always lived in rented places all the time, and he was always after a house. They always wanted one, and so Mum decided then to use that money to buy a house that we could all call home. And well, then she made up a plaque, put it up on the front door there, and it's mainly says that the house is dedicated to the memory of Edward Clyde Baldock.
Well, I look at him when I go out of the morning and when I come home, and I say goodbye and hello. When I came home from the court, I said to him, well, mate, it's just about all over.
What else do you say to him?
I just keep asking him why he left me. Just wishing he was there.
John Wamsley